Today is Tuesday, March 15th, 2022 at 10:20 a.m. It is misting very, very lightly. That's an example of what the rainfall usually is here. You can see most people don't even carry umbrellas. One person does have one across the street there, but it's not going to mist for too long. It's supposed to clear up and get cloudy/sunny the rest of the day, but we're going to check out some of the department stores or stores in the downtown Seattle area, like maybe Nordstrom and Nike. There's a Target down the way at Pike, and then eventually we're going to go to Pike Place Market, maybe the Gum Wall, and various other places that are in downtown Seattle. So that's where we just came from, the Sheridan Hotel. We're on the second level of the Nike store. When we entered in, they told us that the women's section is downstairs and the men's is on the second floor. Got a little 12th Man exhibit here signed by Warren Moon, among other people. They've also got a little trophy case for Ken Griffey Jr., his stats, a little baseball bat in there, a yellow branded hat, a regular Seattle Mariners hat, his shoes autographed, and 24 ever. That's a creative play on words, 24 ever. So now we're getting ready to leave the Nike store. As I was walking down the stairs, I noticed something that I didn't see the first time. If you look up at the ceiling, it says "Just Do It" with a bunch of little icons and leaves and light bulbs and whatever. We're in the North Face store now. I was coming over here joking like, oh, this would be the perfect winter coat for my mom. But I'm sure the prices of these things are super expensive at North Face. Like my brother was just looking at this jacket here. He's like, oh, I think some of my colleagues and workers wear this type of material outside. And he thinks it's from North Face. And he was guessing like, oh, maybe it's $170. I looked at the tag. Suggested retail $650. As soon as I saw that, I was like, nope, let me put this back, make sure it's nice and neat, and get away from it. These ones are like giant sleeping bags. You can see the legs are all together. That one was $600. I couldn't find a price tag on the big coat here though. Well, I asked the guy. They said that coat probably is around $1,000. And the top floor here has coats, but then also women's stuff. And then the escalator going down to the first level is supposed to be men's related clothing items. Similar to the Nike store, how they differentiate floors for men and women. See, I've got like a puffy jacket on, but what about this type of puffy jacket? I think the one I'm wearing was like $45 from Amazon. This one, $230 if you want to get a North Face brand. After about 30 minutes or so inside of the Nike store in North Face, it's sunny out and the rain has stopped. Hopefully the rain is done for the rest of the day, but now we're going to be looking at why am I drawing a blank? Nordstrom. And then I think across the street from Nordstrom might be Pacific Place, which is a shopping mall, or was a shopping mall, and I'll hopefully get into that a little bit later as we're going through there. I'm trying to time it up because that shopping mall opens at 11 a.m. and right now it's 10:57 a.m. So there's a method to the madness here. We're hoping that the 4th level interlink at Nordstrom is also open for us to walk through. So inside of Nordstrom, you come in on the 1st level, then down below you got the men's in the basement, along with something called the Nordstrom Grill. All the accessories and beauties and women's shoes are on the 1st floor. I even see Louis Vuitton over there. And what else? 2nd floor, women's apparel, designer shoes. 3rd floor, more women's apparel, Nordstrom, Nike. There's a bar up there as well. 4th level, at-home stuff, kids, legwear, and I believe that interlink that connects across the street, and 5th level spa Nordstrom. This is just the bottom men's level, so you can imagine this is definitely a huge department store area, fit for it being their headquarters. Although probably a lot of Nordstroms are like this in terms of being a big giant store. I know we were looking at just a normal flannel shirt here. Something that we would wear in the winter time. And the cost is like $70 from the LL Bean brand. That's something where I would just go to Kohl's and when they have a sale, get it for $15. The other day I was pointing out as we were walking, like, oh, the Macy's store is down there. They used to have a big store in downtown Seattle, but they shuttered its doors in February 2020, I believe. Not pandemic related, because that was like right before the pandemic started. And I think some Amazon space has moved into there now. We've got the Gucci section of the men's clothing all the way down there. What about a chest bag? I want a chest bag like this. Or Gucci men's shoes. I want to get some Gucci shoes here. On the 4th floor of Nordstrom, they have a 50 years of Smiley pop-in at Nordstrom. That's pretty cool, all those Smiley merchandise. We're leaving Nordstrom, and now we're on the Sky Bridge that we saw earlier. The Sky Bridge is from the 4th level. If I look across the way here, see the AMC theaters, and then it takes you into Pacific Place Mall. Look at that, shot straight down the street. This is the Pacific Place Mall. Now I looked at pictures from like 3 or 4 years ago, and to me it looked beautiful in here. Like the colors were kind of dimmer, but they had like red banners on all these walls and poles going down. The floor was a unique artistic looking thing. And then now I read that they kind of renovated the whole thing around 2020, 2021. They made everything very plain white and doesn't really come off as, I don't know. To me, it just looks boring and bland. I read that they kind of did it because the malls in general were dying, stores were starting to move out, and they were trying to cater to the tech and Amazon crowd and make it hip for them. But instead, it's kind of just fallen by the wayside. Still somewhat active, but there's really no businesses here. And I read online that there's some local tenants and artists that have rented for cheap prices because there's no other stores that are here. Yeah, so sad to see if you Google and compare the pictures to what it used to be. Exiting Nordstrom, and that's where we caught the Seattle monorail the other day. That means this is the Westlake Center that we're outside of now. Westlake Center is home to a few shops, the monorail, and also one of the link trains that goes all the way to the airport, and that we took to Lumen Field the other day is housed in there as well. And if you watch the St. Patrick's Day parade, the end of the parade was right here. And you may have seen those little balloon ornament things hanging from the trees, and we were standing right over there for the parade. The parade was coming this way, which is all the way that way toward Elliott Bay. You can see the McDonald's over there on Pine and 3rd Avenue. They've got some murals before the truck goes in the way. Some murals up, but it seems like they don't really have the indoor thing anymore. They customized the window so that it's at street level, probably to keep the, rough crowds out, since it's further toward the bay the crowds get a little bit rough. There's a Target close to the public Pike Market Center. You can see the Pike Center is very windy today. It's down the ways there. We're inside Target now. Looks like they've got some mini cash registers up here. And then the store is just, I don't know if it's all on one level or if there's an escalator somewhere that takes you up to other levels. Oh, there you go. There's escalators. So it's a multi-level Target. Guess we'll take the escalator. This is just like the one we saw in Brooklyn, New York, where you have the carts that you could take upstairs. Let's see what's on the second level here. Wonder if you have a view. Home decor on the right. More clothing on the left. Some bath and sporting goods items. There's one of the shopping carts coming up. I wonder how you get it back down though, because I know that one goes up. Some of this stuff seems random, like the Easter candy is right there out of nowhere. And then sporting goods and electronics. So the first level, which was actually lower than the way you came in, has the grocery section of the store. So all of your produce, eggs, bread, and everything else. Cookies, just in time for St. Patrick's Day.